I'm always holding a full house. Remy's luck is running out.
Well, shish.
Yup. We need to get this guy off. Leave us alone.
No friend of mine, mon frère.
A bomb. A bomb. A Deus Ex story.
Running out of drink.
It's just a 666-hour documentary on how bombs are made.
Tinkerer will be ready for you. Do not let him stand in your way. Get the Tinkerer away.
Alright, we need to have, as soon as this happens, as soon as we get here, we need to get some healing. Oh, good. They actually gave it to us. Good.
Huh.
What are you waiting for? Send out the station signal. Use the control console. The upload is starting again. Hold your position. We cannot let anyone stop the speed of this hack.
I'm gonna need a breather soon.
Okay, I already died. Wonderful. Okay, switch the gambit. And we need to start using this. Go please. Go please. Ooh.
They're all paralyzed. Reports coming in now from all over the globe. It looks like the entire collective is down. Great work. We'll need to mobilize S.H.I.E.L.D. to begin rounding up and curing the nanite-infected population. Until then... What the? Something's channeling strange energy signatures back.
Final boss?
Converging in your vicinity. Can you investigate?
I believe.
cute trick, but did you really think we wouldn't see it coming?
It's over, Fury. You're alone. There ain't no way you gonna...
Oh,
What?
I'm not alone. You may have frozen the fold, but you haven't eliminated it. And with these new nanites, I can draw on the entire collective's...
I may have heard him wrong, but did it just cut off his voice line?
Well, it did that on purpose because then he was gonna cut his line. So, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I wish it was a little tighter, though.
Yeah, so like it does do that. So yeah, so this is Super Fury. He has abilities of other bosses that we faced, and right now he's Electro.
What did you call me? Electro. Yeah, I am Electro. I probably already said this, but fun fact, the voice of Iron Man here voiced Electro in a Spider-Man cartoon, I think in the early 2000s.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Fuck, his health drain's so slow.
Oh, you betcha. And now he's...
Havoc?
Yes.
Okay. I think that Super Fury is a DeviantArt fan fiction gone wrong. So this is my OC Super Fury. He's basically a combination of Electro and Havoc.
Oh, but wait, I think
edgy
there's
backstory
more.
is that all of his parents got killed, and then he teleported behind the person who killed them, and then before killing them said, "Nothing personal, kid." A reference no one gets. Fuck. And he also can switch whenever he feels like it.
Yeah, but I forget the third person who he is, because he's Electro, Havoc, and I forget who the fire person was. Trying to think here of characters we fought. Yeah, that one.
Heat,
Tarsa.
the YouTuber,
Oh,
because it's fire.
true,
Yeah, he's,
true.
remember
Oh my god, yeah, that was
the guy that you subscribe to? Yeah.
that's freaking, yeah, that shit was freaking great. Yeah, so you know,
Guys,
I'll
welcome
give
to another Call of Duty video.
Yeah.
Or just it starts off really quiet and then ear rape.
Yeah. Yeah, so you know, I'll give you a shout out in another video. Made a comment and say why I should pick you, and just hopefully you get picked. And if you're the lucky winner there, then please don't enter again. Never gives anyone else a shout out, or the people that he does. It's like people who have like 30 subscribers. And who also make either GTA videos, like it's either people who also make GTA videos or Call of Duty videos, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
No, he's too far away.
No.
Luck is running out.
All right, that's okay. Oh, heal up for yourself. You're almost,
yeah. Oh, let's see this channel that Heat said to subscribe to. GTA 5, how to stop the train, working. Epic hood prank, calling everyone the N-word, gone wrong. Oh, no, social experiment. You see, guys, it's just an experiment. I'm not pranking anyone, because I had to make sure that if you walk up to someone and call them a racial slur, that they would get mad. I had to be sure. It's for the good of all mankind.
Running out of tricks.
course it is. Of course.
Stay tuned for my next social experiment. If you walk up to someone and say, "I'm gonna punch you in the face," will they get mad? That's actually a thing.
Oh my god.
Dying here.
Oh shit, Venom's almost Venom's almost gone. I should use that. Collect it. Okay. Oof. And
Huh?
You can't stop us. You're wasting
That's an OC right there.
yep.
God, the Dr. Doom boss fight was more easy than this. And that shit, at least especially for the Fantastic Four clones, could be a fucking bitch.
I mean, overall, overall, again, easily the Fantastic Four in that fight were the hardest part of it because not only do you have to face all four of them at once, then they respawn in you know, at different times.
Yeah.
And that was definitely kind of annoying. Almost there. I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
See, look, even Venom was so happy he jumped in the air.
Yeah, all right, Stretch. I can make it. Smart guy. But I'll take a shield nurse over him any day. So how are you feeling? How does it look like I'm feeling?
Could be a lot worse, all things considered. Everyone else who was infected is pretty much recovered, but the stuff that Tinkerer put in you was 10 times.
Yeah, I know. But believe me, I know. Listen, guys, about all this, I just wanted to,
You can stop there, Nick. There's plenty of blame to go around, on all sides.
And plenty of cleaning up yet to do.
Yeah, there is that. I know you'll put it right. Get things back to where they used to be.
I'm not sure things will ever be quite the same as they used to be.
No, but that doesn't mean they can't be good again.
And so with the global battle against the Fold now won, thanks in large part to the combined efforts of the world's superheroes, Congress this week voted to overturn the Superhuman Registration Act. Additionally, all members of the anti-registration movement have been granted full amnesty by the president. Does this mean the country's superheroes can get back to doing what they do best? Former anti-reg movement leader Captain America, speaking earlier today at a Lincoln Memorial rally, said he hopes so.
During this conflict, nearly all of us got distracted from a hero's main responsibility, to help those who need it most. Now, thanks to the actions of a small but steadfast team, we've been given another chance. We must not squander it, and we won't. We saw what could happen if all individuality were lost. But we were also reminded that there are some things we can only accomplish when we're united. Now,
Captain America, you
our
do
alliance
realize that
stands
Carnage is a
reinforced,
psychopathic
ready to
serial
meet
killer,
whatever
right?
challenge might be next. Together.
Who literally beat a dog to death and killed his grandmother and then burned down an orphanage.
Damn, that's heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
So there we go, and I believe I want to say that this game, for the most part, I believe is surprisingly, technically shorter than the first one, only because only because like again the game on normal really, for the second one I feel is not is definitely not as hard as the first one on normal. Because Dan, I cannot tell the number of times that, you know, you would just die, and then number one, you couldn't revive unless it was after a certain time period, which sucked. Means you were forced to switch your teammates up. In this, they added basically those full heals that you'll get throughout the missions, or just by doing getting the recommended number of hits out of a combination attack, to just either fully heal a character or just fully revive them from being knocked out, which helps out a ton.
Hey, well, what do you want, Mr. Deadpool? We're kind of busy trying to wrap up production.
Yeah, geek boy, I've heard of crunch time. You think I don't play these games?
Fine.
But yeah, personally,
What can we do for you?
I definitely like this one more just because
What? Who told you that?
Someone from marketing.
I don't know, I just like, again, kind of like how again we were reversed on this. I never played the first one, but you did, and I've always played I played the second one, but you didn't. So knowing so with knowing that sort of thing, like I didn't really have any real attachment to the first one.
You wanted to say?
Okay, here's the thing.
But
I'm hardly any more powerful than any of
but
these
yeah,
other
but yeah, I
idiots.
mean, like I definitely prefer this. I think that it's everything the first game just done better and not really as challenging. I guess until you replay the game again and start using the other start going through on other playthroughs on harder difficulties, then I kind of feel like the harder difficulties in the second game is like playing the first game on normal,
I didn't know you could turn them on.
where it can become a real just slugfest of things taking way too long, you taking like 4 hits and you're dead.
What the? You pimply-faced paper and dice playing prom-skipping nerd hole? Give me back my powers.
Keep it up, and we'll pull you out of
But
the
overall,
entirely.
what do you think overall?
Content later.
I still honestly, at least, like, okay, I'll name the things that I think this game does better than the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I think the cast of characters here is better. I think the story feels a lot grander in a certain way, like it feels more personal, considering, you know, there aren't just villains outside of your team of heroes, but there are villains inside of your team of heroes too. I think the character interactions are a little better, considering instead of just, you know, no camera change but text boxes, there's like, it's a little bit more cinematic. And in some ways the gameplay does feel a lot smoother. But I think that the original one did better, like you mentioned, challenge. Like, because here everything felt completely inconsequential. Like, here when a boss popped up, I was just like, oh, another enemy that we'll just have to hit a bunch of times until it dies. But in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, it was like, oh shit, we gotta figure out what this boss does, we gotta figure out what its attacks are, otherwise we're gonna get completely destroyed. Because, you know, there, when we went in unprepared, we would get wiped, but here it's like, there wasn't a single wipe, and we barely died at all. Which isn't really a negative thing, you know, of course nobody likes dying, but it just felt a lot less consequential whenever we're facing a boss. I think the music was done a little better, and that's mainly because there I could hear it. Here, I think it was a lot quieter, and just overall, I think the music there was a lot better, especially for dungeons and whatnot. And I think also overall art design was a little better for certain dungeons. Like, I can remember the look of a lot of dungeons in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, which could be because they were a lot more compact, whereas here they're a lot more expanded. So you have like wide open areas which are difficult to come up with really detailed designs for, but in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 they had to work with like really small areas, so they put a lot of detail into them.
Right.
So each game really has their strengths and weaknesses. I would always go with 1 over this one, mainly just because of nostalgia and because of, I don't know, it just feels more familiar, I guess. But I did like this one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I'd be more or less the same. Again, completely out of familiarity with it. Like, I would always choose 2 over 1. Like, to me, to me, kind of going along the same things, where it's like in the first one, you know, there was a number of times that we would just get completely dominated or wiped by a boss who usually we knew was not challenging, but he would just, you know, he would just hit one of our characters like 2 times, and we would basically have to be like, okay, this character can't do anything anymore. Like, I have to switch to someone else, or stay as the almost dead character and just stay in the back, and then I won't be able to really do much here because of again the health pickups that you get, and also just the health that you can get from enemies or destructible things. Again, more or less just makes it where, you know, it's like, oh man, this guy's about to die, heal up. Where in the first one, oh man, this guy's about to die, do I just stand back and not do anything, or do I switch to somebody else, and then that character is just going to die anyways? Because unfortunately, and you'd probably agree with this too. Now again, I don't know if it's the same on the original version, but at least on the PS4 version, comparing 1 to 2, the AI on 2 is at least way better, because at least all 4 characters, even the characters that we weren't even playing as, were actually doing stuff, and it felt significant. It felt like they were actually using super attacks, attacking things when they should have. In the first one, you would be lucky if any of the characters, that are being controlled by the AI even knows how to jump.
Yeah.
So like, I definitely feel like because of that too, it was just like, you know, every fight, even if it was like a 4-on-1 situation in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, you know, it actually felt like a 4-on-1 fight, where in the first one, you could have 1-on-4 fights or 2-on-4 fights. But let's be honest, it became where the other 2 AI characters did squat. Like, they didn't help at all. It felt more of a hindrance than anything. I forget.
I wish I knew about this when I was a kid, because I knew they set up Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 at the end of the first game, and I just realized Galactus wasn't in this whole game. But he was like the sequel bait, basically. He was like, oh, You dare challenge Galactus, I'll destroy their planet. And he did nothing in this game. Did they forget about that?
If I am correct, I could be minorly wrong, but if I believe, you know how I said that technically this game has two endings. And you know when I said that like the entire game from the beginning to where you have to make the decision to either sign the act or go rogue, basically from that point everything happens the same way no matter what. But if you side with Iron Man on that, you know, a bunch of levels, like you'll be playing a bunch of levels the kind of differently and facing different people and such. And if I am correct, instead of like, you know, that we're chasing after the Tinkerer and super guy there who had like who fused his body with like six other superheroes and villains. Instead of him, you face Galactus. I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe that he's the boss on the Iron Man side.
Yeah.
Again, I could be wrong about that, but I feel like that was a thing. But yeah, but it does kind of add again because things change completely on the other side, just from, you know, again some levels and layouts to bosses and endings in general. Like kind of gives you, and of course if you have fun with the game, it kind of gives you an want to, you know, play through it again and play the other side.
Yeah.
But okay, so I think it just sends us back to the main menu, I believe. Or are we back in the game? Oh good, we are back in the game. Congratulations, you've completed the game on Heroic. You can try Legendary. And again, this is what I was saying. Legendary on this game is about if you were to play Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 on like normal or hard. It's like a middle ground there where again you take a crap ton of damage. Just like the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1, you get hit by a few things, you're almost dead. And that's what it becomes here.
Yeah.
Use the briefing station, start a new game, keep your heroes' progress and collectibles. May wish to save progress first. Yeah, start a new game on Legendary. Will not preserve progress. But that is basically the,
and that reminds me of another thing that I think Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 did a little better, is at the end of the game you get to see a sort of thing like the world you created with the decisions you made throughout the game. Here there are like no decisions.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much just simply because, like, again, because of the story structure and because like the main story is all heroes and villains from, you know, thinking of two different ideas are versed in each other. So it becomes less heroes and villains versed in each other when it really becomes one idea over the other. And that's sort of like the story, the sort of story structure. So I just in sort of a way, like the choices in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 in this is kind of like, you know, the difference in pathways, because again you play different levels and fight different people depending on who you side with, and again that just goes with the main story idea that they had.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe that's pretty much it. I guess I might as well just save up here. And I'm very curious.
And we still never got Hulk.
Yeah, no, we didn't. We Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Again, like with all the other those other shards.
Oh wait,
and...
we get Super Fury. So
oh
is he like
yeah.
overpowered?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. I'm really curious about that. Yeah, we didn't get Hulk. Yeah, there's Super Nick Fury. Hulk's the only character we missed. Jeez, that's weird. But okay, so I guess that's pretty much the gist of it that I'll kind of have to say. Then guess we might as well finish it off. Actually, how long did we?
Alright.
Wow, we actually beat the game in like 7 hours.
Huh. Okay, well, thank you everybody for tuning in to our extremely white playthrough of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. Full of a bunch of fucking memes, like... One second. Yeah.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Actually, is there anything else to... Nope.
Okay, our playthrough full of a bunch of fucking memes, like Slightly Triggered Jose, and all sorts of other shit. Let us know what you want us to play next, because honestly, I think we should probably put a buffer playthrough in between this and the Iron Man playthrough so Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 doesn't become stale.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple of ideas, I think, which I'll bring up, like, after the stream,
Okay.
just so nobody gets too excited for anything that may not happen. And, yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. Especially comment, please. Please fucking comment, please. And, yeah, we'll see you all in the next fucking thing. I'm Kid Fox, and...
Sniper the Lazy Man.
And... yeah. Bye.
Yeah, yeah. And to just quote the one and only great Kenny Omega, I bid you adieu, goodbye, and good night.
And to quote myself, auf Wiedersehen, hoes.
Alright.
That's what